Imagine yourself on a photo shoot, maybe wedding photo shoot or engagement session. You're photographing a couple and your mind just goes blank. You just hit the creative wall. You kind of don't know what else to do. You tried every pose there is in your head and you keep repeating the same poses and you just feel the lack of creativity. What if you could just click a button on your camera when previewing photos and you just continue to shoot, but in the meantime, your photo is being analyzed by the artificial brain and comes back with 4 ideas for different posing, composition, all taking into account your scene, the way the couple looks, the colors, and the lens that you use. You receive that via text message, and maybe, just maybe, you get inspired by one of the renders. You either take your own spin on this, or maybe you're trying to recreate that idea. Sounds cool? Sounds weird? I don't know, you tell me. This tool does exist. It's called Insight, and it was launched last year by the fellow photographer that you've probably have seen on my channel and on many YouTube channels. And if you're a wedding photographer, you know him. Sam Hurd created this tool and I have tried it and I think it's interesting, but let me break this down for you. So first of all, there's so many AI tools that we are actually using these days as photographers, as wedding photographers. So first of all, my camera, it has the AI unit, so it helps with the face recognition, the eye recognition and stuff like that. Then some of us may use some culling tools that do the AI culling. I personally use the culling that uses AI to recognize the faces and to recognize if eyes are open or not. Then we might use AI editing or AI presets or maybe AI generative fill in Photoshop to remove Uncle Bob's from our images. And then many photographers did jump on this train of using Midjourney or DALL-E to create photorealistic images. And that became kind of this controversial topic, I think, in the industry, because on one hand, the AI can be really a useful tool for our work, you know, to be more efficient in what we're doing. But on the other hand, some photographers might be just doing renders and showing this as their portfolio and then trying to sell their work this way. So this is like a new way to scam people, which is sad. And I do think that this AI trend has like a counter trend from the actual industry. So all this like, you know, film photography or even blurred photos or all these imperfections, hazy photos, not sharp photos. I think all of this is the counter trend for this ideally perfect images that can be AI generated. And also I do think kind of as a counter tool for all these AI generation tools, Sam Hurd created this Insight as a way to actually help you as a photographer to come up with the ideas that you will actually execute with your camera while shooting. Sounds good. But the only way for it to actually work is when you can get the feedback when you're shooting live. So at the moment that you're shooting, you're getting feedback, let's say ideas being like, oh, you could do it better, or maybe you could use it differently. And this is exactly what Insight is. The way it works, it does send a preview of a photo that you select on your camera to the Insight server. It does blur the faces of your subjects for privacy reasons, and then it takes it through a bunch of different algorithms and I guess prompts and so on to give you back 4 renders based on your image showing couple that looks just like your couple but in like a different posing or maybe some different composition. And you get delivered those 4 renders via text on your phone or even on your watch. Then the Insight deletes the photo from its servers, again for privacy reasons, and also they are promising that the photo will never be used to train any of the language models. So there's a whole ethic behind this as being the actual inspiration and kind of making you to do the work and improve your photography. You might wonder, how does this whole thing work and how the images are being sent from the camera to the servers? So first of all, there's no app and there is no app required. What is required is to set your camera to be able to send images through FTP server and then you connect it to Wi-Fi. It can be a personal hotspot from your iPhone. This is what I've been doing. And then you just set a custom button as a send to FTP server function, and you can do it while shooting. So while shooting, you see your image preview in a viewfinder, you can just click a button and then continue to shoot because the camera sends to FTP in the background, which is awesome. So let's take a look at a few examples of me and Sam using Insight. So Sam was here back in November last year in Warsaw, and we've tested it out a lot. And what was actually interesting to me to see how Sam operates with Insight, because he does send the photos like every scenery change, like he sends a bunch of photos, and he does not seem to be taking too much time actually to to look at it or to look at the results. First of all, you cannot see when he's sending the photos because he can just, click the button while looking through the viewfinder. And then he was like, glancing at his phone a couple times in between the shots. And I think his goal is just to have a glimpse of something, just to see if any of the renders will sparkle any creative idea in his head. And some of the ideas you can see that they directly influence the final image, while in the others, I think it just could be something super subtle that only Sam will know because this is his brain, processing what he sees and maybe, doing multiple iteration of a photo to come up with something creative. So then I tried it too. And, funny enough, because I wanted to test it out, so I had completely different approach from what Sam was doing. So I just wanted to see if I can maybe replicate the image that is being shown to me via this tool. So I was playing around with this idea, actually to the point that I was showing my couple, oh, can you pose like this? Because I like the idea of that pose. And it was actually really funny to see the reaction of the couple looking at the AI version of themselves in a different posing, but similar clothes and, similar scenery. Yeah, that's actually super weird. I think it's for sure something that I have never seen before. It's actually very impressive. Again, like couple reaction to seeing this, they are like mind blown. And I did created the photos that I would not actually shot. So I created something that I would not think of because of the, idea that came from looking at the inside. And it's both in terms of composition and couple posing. So you can actually, see these images being like directly influenced by the idea that I saw generated by AI. And I'm not sure how often I would be actually able to use it on a real life shoot, because like this was purely a test shot. So I was like taking photo, clicking, sending the photo, looking at the results and trying to recreate the results or just be inspired by the results I see. But in the real life scenario at the wedding, when you have 5, 10, 8 minutes shooting, like I kind of am always in the run and like jumping from idea to idea. And in between photos, instead of looking at my phone, I would probably prefer to engage with the couple and talk with them. But then during the engagement shoot, when I have like 1 hour, 2 hours and we're walking and yeah, maybe I just need some creative boost, this could work for sure. But also, like I'm very experienced photographer. I've been shooting weddings for over 10 years, so I kind of know what to do. I can definitely see that tool being a great tool for young, new photographers that are, trying new poses, trying to be creative, trying to create something new. For someone who's just starting out, as a tool that's just like feeding you ideas for poses, feeding you ideas for composition. So yeah, that can be really helpful for young photographers. I want to know what you think about it. Like for me, like I don't know. I don't know how useful this is personally for me, but I really like and am interested in that tool and would love to see how other photographers are using this tool. So I'm kind of interested in your opinion. Let me know down in the comments. Is this something that you would use? Sam is offering like a 3-day free trial because it's a subscription-based service. So you have to sign up for like a monthly payment or something like that. But you can do a 3-day trial. So you can just try to set it up one day before a shoot, try it on a shoot, and then just see if this is something that would work for you. For sure, if you do that, come back here and let me know in the comments. I'm super curious. What a crazy times, AI. And then imagine like a third generation of Apple Vision Pro being like tiny normal glasses and you can see the ideas popping while you're shooting in your glasses. That's crazy. Let's see if this is our future. Thanks so much for watching. I see you guys in the next video. Ciao.